Fair Use Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. August 25th. The Gift of Bonding. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 63. Many times in my alcoholic state, I drank to establish a bond between myself and others, but I succeeded only in establishing the bondage of alcoholic loneliness. Through the AA way of life, I have received the gift of bonding with those who were there before me, with those who are there now, and with those yet to come. For this gracious gift from God, I am forever grateful. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, August 25th. When students first learn to play the piano, they are usually taught to use only one hand and include very few keys. Then they move on to using two hands, eventually learning to play all the keys, the high ones as well as the low. In fact, part of the pleasure of playing lies in hearing the rumble of the lowest bass notes and the light chiming of the high treble. Today in Al-Anon, I am learning to play a new instrument, myself. I am a person with the capability to experience a wide range of emotions, from love to joy to wonder. I am profoundly grateful for laughter and light spirits, and also for anger and fear, because all of these feelings are part of what makes me whole. I believe that my higher power wants me to be fully alive and fully aware of all my feelings. The crashing crescendo of great anger, the soft chant of serenity, the heights of wonder, and the new insights that stretch my heart and mind just as my fingers stretch to reach all the keys in a challenging chord. I am learning to play richer sounds than I ever thought possible. Today's reminder. Today I will appreciate the full range of feelings available to me. They make my experience of life full indeed. There is a quote from Agatha Christie, and it reads, I have sometimes been wildly, despairingly, acutely miserable, but through it all I still know quite certainly that just to be alive is a grand thing. Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, August 25th, the ninth step. Reclaiming Life. We are achieving freedom from the wreckage of our past. Basic text, page 42. When we start the ninth step, we've reached an exciting stage in our recovery. The damage done in our lives is what led many of us to seek help in the first place. Now we have a chance to clean up that wreckage, amend our past, and reclaim our lives. We've spent a long time and much effort preparing for this step. When we came to NA, facing the debris of our past was probably the last thing we wanted to do. We started doing it privately with a personal inventory. Then we opened our past up to the scrutiny of a select, trusted few, ourselves, our higher power, and one other person. We took a look at our shortcomings, the source of much of the chaos in our lives, and asked that all those defects of character be removed. Finally, we listed the amends needed to set our wrongs right, all of them, and became willing to make them. Now we have the opportunity to make amends, to acquire freedom from the wreckage of our past. Everything we've done so far in NA has led us here. At this point in the process of our recovery, the ninth step is exactly what we want to do. With the 12 steps and the help of a higher power, we are clearing away the rubble that for so long has stood in the way of our progress. We are gaining the freedom to live. Just for today, I will take advantage of the opportunity to reclaim my life. I will experience freedom from the wreckage of my past. Today, Emotions Anonymous, August 25th. Reflection for today. Learning to overcome fear with faith is a lot like learning to swim. Reading about swimming is of little help. Neither is watching other swimmers. Sooner or later, we must trust the water to hold us up. To do this, we must risk jumping into the water. So it is with faith. It will buoy us up. But first, we must enter an unfamiliar medium. Then we must practice. Meditation for today. May I trust the principles and fellowship of EA to sustain me as I practice to overcome the fear in my life. Ours is the way of faith, not fear. Today I will remember. In our fellowship, I am afloat on a sea of love. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics' dysfunctional families. August 25th. Acting out. By working the ACA program, we learn to recognize when we are thinking like a victim or a persecutor and to talk about it. BRB, page 9. Since the laundry list was such an important part of our original identification when we found ACA, we used that mindset, how we were wronged during our early recovery, to reveal the full extent of our grief and to unstuff our emotions. However, we needed to reflect on our past through the eyes of the victims we'd become. Step work revealed how our past not only victimized us, but taught many of us to be cruel, vindictive, and scathing when we decided we were going to pay them back. Then we saw the other laundry list and found further self-identification. Along with being victims long ago, many of us were angry, frustrated children who learned how to hurt others, and hurt them we did for many, many years. Having promised ourselves as children that we would never be like our parents, we stood now as adults with their same behaviors. But in ACA, we soon found we were not alone in this paradox. In our meetings, we sat together, each of us victims and victimizers. We lifted our heads, removed our shame, and understood we could not have turned out any other way. We started recovering with our new ACA family. The affirmation reads, "On this day, if I feel like striking out, I will take a time out so I can take a time in. I will focus inward, reflect, and talk about it with a fellow traveler." Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you are created to be. To remember that you are not alone and that recovery is possible, one day at a time.